And welcome back, people. We got some more Fishing Planet for you guys here again today. No Makuda, the new lake, level 94 to get into this place. Look at that, level 98. Yes, we've been grinding it out on live stream. We've been grinding it out like crazy. So I'd probably say average time, and everyone's been asking me this question, that's why I wanted to make a video on this bit here. The average time frame to probably go from level 98 to level 99, I would say I've probably done it in about 7 hours to about 7-8 hours. Now I have caught a lot of unis within that time, depending on what fish you're going for, where you're fishing, and how often you're catching unis is going to depend on the time frame of how long it's going to take for you to level up. Now, in my opinion, if you're not fishing for swordfish and you're fishing for something else, I reckon it's going to take you anything between 10 to 12 hours constant fishing, playing this game non-stop. We do have a playlist of just Fishing Planet as well, with tips, tricks, guides from level 0 right up to level 99. We played this game for 9.5 years, and I'm proud to say that, because when I very first started playing, this game was nothing like how it is today. I used to love the ocean map because I'm a sea fisherman in real life, always loved the ocean map, and to come into this place and we be in another ocean is absolutely, it's ideal. I love it. Now, the reason why I say swordfish is the quickest fish to go for, I will show you where I've been catching them and all of that good stuff, but the reason why I say swordfish is because when you're going for swordfish, you will either catch swordfish, mahi, or you will catch skipperjack. You don't catch much mahi, you don't catch much skipperjack, but you do catch them as unique quite often, and they do give decent XP as unique. But the swordfish are averaging around 200,000 XP plus, sometimes more. All depends on the size of the uni that you're bringing in. If you haven't got this DLC rod or the DLC boat, you can always use the ocean rod, as I've got set up there. The ocean rod does do the trick. I'm using a plug 12-watt hook if you're not a high enough level to get the plug, and then I would recommend using a trolling octopus, the rainbow colour one. I will show you that in a moment. That won't bring you probably in as many unis as what the plug does, but it will definitely work, and it will definitely get you to the point where you're a high enough level to then buy the plug. This is an 8 ounce 12-aught, and you can get light wood and dark wood. I've used both. They both do work, but I think the light wood seems to work that a little bit quicker, right, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just what I generally believe. But yeah, we've been live streaming every day on the grind to level 100, and when we get to level 100, we're going to get the new rod at a level 100. The new rod that is a level 100 that you can buy with in-game cash, it is actually stronger than this DLC rod. So I will be selling this I keep saying LC, jeez. I will be selling this DLC rod for bait coins, because you can always sell the DLC stuff back to them, for bait coins. And I've done a serious amount of bait coins on live streams. I jump days forward quite a lot. I've noticed that 5 AM early morning peak, that didn't quite get us our level. Early morning peak, 5 AM seems to work very well on a sunny day. You can catch them on other days, but I just keep jumping days forward because, as I said, that sunny day seems to pull the fish in, the unis in pretty fast. And when, as I say, as you can see there, that rod, no, it come off. The ocean rod has held up very, very well in this place. And swordfish from level 90 to level 98, that's all I've been doing. I've done the missions, I've done exploration 1, exploration 2, and we've shown different hot spots and all that kind of stuff. The biggest fish on this map to catch is a black marlin, coming in at 1,300 odd pound. And I've caught a swordfish at 1,260 pound and a half. So the black marlin are probably about 100 pound more, not a lot more, but a little bit more. So why don't I go for black marlin? Do they not give as much XP? Well, they do give good XP, but the problem is when you're going for black marlin, there's a good possibility you're going to catch yourself a lot of tuna, a lot of big eye tuna, a lot of albacore, striped marlin, black marlin, sailfish, big eye tuna. Yeah, there's quite a few different fish to catch at the hotspot for the black marlin. So that's why I'm here doing the swordfish, because as I said, 200,000 XP. Sometimes a little bit below that, sometimes a little bit above that for a uni, but it does really give you a massive XP boost. And right the way up to level 100, I'm going to continue fishing for these swordfish. So that means I would have gained 10 levels just fishing for the swordfish alone, nothing else, just the swordfish. And I definitely recommend doing this because, as I said, in my opinion, I believe this is the quickest way to level up. Everyone's going to have their own opinion, so you might think that the black marlin's a quicker way, but as I said, you do catch a lot of tuna as well, and by going for the swordfish, you're more likely to catch more swordfish than you are anything else. As I said, you catch a couple of skipperjack and you get a couple of mahi as unis, but you can reel them in insanely fast. So because you can reel them in really fast, it's quick XP. It doesn't take very long to get that XP. You can get around about 18,000 XP per skipperjack as a unique, and the mahi go from anything from 20 to 40,000 XP as unique, and you do catch them pretty easy on the ocean rod there with the trolling octopus. I'm going to show you both setups that I'm using, just in case those who do not have the DLC. In my opinion, and I'm not sponsored by Fishing Planet, I never get paid or get any promotions, and I never get anything from Fishing Planet, but just in my personal experience of playing this for 9.5 years, my opinion is the DLC, if you like this game, a lot of people keep saying, is it worth it? It's worth it if you like the game. That's the biggest thing. If you like the game, of course it's worth it. But as well as that, at the same time, there's other things to take into account. You get a stronger rod, you get this boat, yacht, whatever you want to class it as, you get this. You can have 5 people fishing on here at the same time. Not that I would even want one person fishing on here with me, just because every time someone catches a fish, you'd have to keep stopping the boat and wait for that person to reel in. It would be a little bit complicated and a bit of a pain in the backside, but for fun, I guess it would be okay to have more than one person on, just for laughs, for a joke. Now normally, don't jump down to your boat like that. Always make sure your boat's on 0% the engine before picking up your rod. Don't ever put your anchor down, because these fish are monstrous, and if you put your anchor down, it's going to take you a very long time to reel in. And I mean, it does take quite a bit of time to reel in anyway. I don't know if you can see that, but we are actually moving backwards with this fish on right now. We are moving backwards. That does happen sometimes like that. We lost that one there. It does happen. It's annoying when it happens, but it don't happen often, but sometimes that does happen, so do expect it to. The main reason for losing fish is probably slack line. Having your tension right up. The way I've got this rod set up, there's no way the line or the rod or the reel is going to snap. The DLC line that I was using has actually ran out, so now I'm using the yellow line on the DLC rod, which you can buy from the shop in-game cash. And the ocean rod, that's not the DLC rod there, that's just the ocean rod that I brought with cash. The line on there, again, it's with cash, all from the shop, so that's technically free. All the time you keep catching fish and you earn money, you obviously get money from the fish and you can purchase that rod. 5 AM, as I mentioned, is always the best time to go. And if you're fishing like I am now, if you feel like it's going slow, don't be shy to waste time. And I mean, for me, I'm in a rush all the time because I'm streaming. I like to keep catching fish after fish. I like to keep it entertaining. I like to, show people that you can catch fish very fast on this game. And I normally fish, and I keep fishing early morning. Sometimes I fish up till 6, sometimes up until 8, 9, 10, 11. All depends on how fast I'm catching. Again, it's based on real life, so sometimes some fish that you catch, sometimes you can catch a lot in one day, sometimes it's quite slow. Wait until you see the splash there, drop the boat down to 0, go to your rod, pick your rod up, and away you go. Do not ever put the anchor down, as I mentioned. I always like to mention that more than once, because yeah, putting the anchor down, if you get a uni on and you put that anchor down, there's a good chance you might not be able to reel it in. In real time, the fish that we caught, that was 1,260 pound and a half. We have uploaded a video of that in our playlist of Just Fishing Planet. In real time, I think that took us about 35-ish minutes in real time to reel them in. So that's not in game time, in real time, 35 minutes. So they do take quite a bit of time to reel in, and that was on the DLC rod as well. But again, it can be done on the ocean rod, just a little bit more time consuming, that's all. Just have patience. If you're fishing and it slows down, if you've got bait coins, don't be afraid to use them, and jump to the next day. I jump to the next day, and if it's not a sunny morning, I will jump again, and I will keep jumping days forward. When I very first come into this place, I had 1,100 and something odd bait coins, and I think now we're close to about 500 bait coins left. So that kind of goes to show how much I've been jumping days forward. Obviously I have spent a few bait coins fast travelling as well, because if you fast travel too often, it does charge you 8 bait coins as well. So all of these things are good to bear in mind. I'm going to show you the trail hotspot that we've been doing for these marlin, and I'm going to show you the trail hotspot for the black marlin if you just want to go for a bigger fish. And as I said, my personal opinion, stick with the swordfish. It's the quickest way. I'm going to gain 10 levels from just catching these alone. So there you go, there's another small one. If we pull out the map there, so the boat dock is here, we come across over here, right near the dark blue area here, you couldn't really miss it. I put one buoy there, and I travel up here, and then when I get here I set another navigation buoy, and then we just troll these lines, as you can see, 4 bars in from there, 1, 2, 3 on the 4th bar, and we just follow that line up and down. Just keep following the line up and down. As soon as you get to there, turn around, go back, and just keep looping it. That's the hot spot for swordfish. If you want to go for black marlin, you can go here and follow this line up to there. It probably goes up to about here, to be honest. I've caught black marlin up to there, and then just, yeah, keep looping it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I don't want to catch black marlin, because as I said, you do catch tuna, and catching tuna, you don't get as much XP as what you would as a swordfish. This video has gone on a little bit longer than I expected, unfortunately, but that's because we haven't hooked into a big fish. It happens. So now we're trailing back up to, following our markers. All these markers here that we've got set are just markers of fish that I've caught, and I've just placed the markers down because people always ask me to send them markers, so that's why we got so many markers down there. If I jump down here and pull the map out real quick, so as you can see here, 1,154. There's unique skipperjack, unique swordfish, 1,600, 1,193 pound, that one. Mahi is unique, and then we've got another swordfish, more mahi, another swordfish, another swordfish. Just keep following the lines. Now sometimes when this rod goes off, I pick it up and I reel it in without stopping the boat, because sometimes, as you can see there, you get mahi. Then you don't really need to stop the boat. If you got a mahi on, or you got a skipperjack tuna on, you don't really need to stop the boat, because those are not very strong fish. They're not, well, I say not strong, they're not heavy, they're not big fish, so you can reel them in easy enough. I don't know what we're going to unlock at level 99, to be honest. I'm interested to see, but as I said, don't be afraid like that. We're not really catching as much as what I was when I very first started from 5 AM, so I'm going to go like this, fast forward time, jump to the next day, That's cost me 1 bait coin. The next day, lucky enough, is, as you can see, 5 AM shows a sunny day. And although I'm on a sunny day, again, sometimes in real life, fishermen do get bad days sometimes. So although that right now we're at a peak time, we're using the right hook, the right lure, the right bait, the right line, the right fishing rod, whatever, we're using everything correct, there is still a chance that you might not hook up many fish. So I would fish this from 5 to about 5:25 at a push in game time, which would be 25 minutes in game time. That's not real time. I would wait about that long. If I haven't hooked up nothing, then again I'm going to jump days forward, because sometimes fishermen do have bad days. I don't like wasting time. Time on this game is money, and time on this game is XP, and I want to gain it as fast as I possibly can. I am going to show you, obviously I've shown you now where the black marlin are, and I've shown you where the swordfish are, but I am going to make some videos of hotspots. I've shown some videos of doing the explorations and other missions in this place, but I am going to do some of just hotspots as well, so some of those videos are to come, so keep an eye out for those. I think that one's a unique, you know. I think it is. Looks like a skipperjack. That could be a uni. That one might get our level, depending on how big it is. As a uni, let's see. Is that one gonna make us level up? See what we get. See what we unlock. It's a uni. Oh man, it's so close. Look at that, 11,133 there XP. And that didn't take me that long to bring in, and I didn't even have to stop the boat. I kept the boat going. I like to always have my line, I put it around about 34 to 36 foot, then then I put my rod down. There you go, we hooked up. It come off, I think. Yeah, it come off. I don't like to have my line, when I put the rod down, I don't like it to go past 50 foot. If you have it more than 50 foot out, I don't know, again, it could just be my opinion, it could just be me thinking it, I feel like it takes longer to hook up a fish, and sometimes you don't even hook up a fish. So I always set the line when I put the rod down, I always make sure it's in its 30s. If you put the rod down and it's in its 40 something, when you put the rod down it's going to be 50 or 60 foot out there. You don't need it to be that far out. You don't. You can, if you want to, play the game as how you wish to play it. I'm only here just to try and give you my experience of the game, and just try and make it as fun for you as it is for me. Normally we don't ever get any gifts, and we never receive anything from the community. Everything I do is always out my own pocket, but recently through the streams we have had a few people support, like Doug, sending gifts. It doesn't matter how much people send, I'm not going to say how much this person sent, that person sent. Doug's been around for a long time, and we've had a Dragon, and there's been quite a few of you who have actually been doing some super chats, and that I really appreciate that, because as I said, as a creator it shows that you're trying to support me. And of course, you know, it's not so much about me buying the DLC, because I've got a very high-end PC now. It keeps on overheating quite a bit. I need to get some more fans in there, I think. And yeah, when I streamed 3 days, and within those 3 days I spent £55 just on electric, because I had to keep a big fan on the PC to keep it cool, because the PC kept overheating. The PC that I got now I spent £1,200 on, which I lent off good friends of mine, because I just don't have money like that to buy a PC, not anymore. But yeah, through all of the support, through all the streams, you know who you are. As I said, I don't need to mention every person's name or how much they've sent, it doesn't matter. But I appreciate, no matter how small or how big the gift is. I have said before, even if you can only do £2 super chat, it really does help me as a creator, and I appreciate everyone who's helped. So thank you to everybody. Obviously I'll say it on stream, but I like to say it here because I know most of you from the stream do like to come here and watch. If you're new round here, do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on updates on Fishing Planet, and of course other new maps, tips and tricks, and more missions to come. We've completed every single mission on Fishing Planet, and we like to always try and show you guys the hot spot. And as I said, I do everything off my own back. We don't get any support from Fishing Planet. Everything I do is me. I run everything solo, and that's the way. It's probably better like that, to be honest. No signed contracts, no agreements. I play the game as if and when I feel like, and I enjoy it. It's a good game. When I very first started playing this 9.5 years ago, I remember the days. Some of you guys will if you've been playing it from the beginning. I remember those days you would stand there with a rod in your hand, and you'd just stand there with one rod. That's it. There was no rod holders, there was no boats, there was none of that stuff. And when I very first started playing it, there wasn't very many maps neither to fish at. Like, there wasn't many locations to go to. So I've seen Fishing Planet progress through so much, and there's been some changes like max drag. You could put it on max drag and hold the fish in one spot and stop it from running stupidly like how it is now. That I really do miss, and that did annoy me that they took that away. But again, in real life, you can't just hold a very strong fish in one spot. You can't do that. It is going to run, and you do have to fight it. So some people don't like my style of fishing as well, and you might have already noticed now he's now tugging on that. But that's just the way I fish, and do take into account it is just a game at the end of the day. And in real life, if you had a swordfish on there, believe me, you're not going to be sitting there keeping your finger on the reel, giving it light taps like this. That's not going to bring your fish in, and it's not. You gotta, in this place, you have got to be a bit more of aggressive fisherman. And if you don't, you won't reel that fish in, I'm telling you. You have got to play a bit more aggressive. So do notice that you got to strike more. You got to always keep your finger on the reel. You got to shake the rod left to right and stuff like that. Yeah, you got to be more aggressive. So there you go, we got our level, £433.5, just a little one there. But look at the XP, 23,591 XP. Absolutely bonkers. I don't pay any attention to the cash because I'm a millionaire at this point. So yeah, we've unlocked new line. We've unlocked the new rod 5.3. A couple of reels there. Some stealth poppers, that's nice. Some different leaders, different hooks, and some trolling skirts we've unlocked as well. So again, I haven't actually tried the trolling skirts, if I'm honest, but we'll be doing tests obviously. So that's that rod setup right there, and then we'll show you the ocean rod setup. There you go, there's the ocean rod setup. So we're using the trolling octopus rainbow. 7/0 seems to work best. If you haven't got a 7/0, as long as you're using a trolling octopus, you will still catch fish. Let's have a look in the shop here real quick, see if it lets me buy it. I'm not going to buy it, but yeah, there you go, level 99. So how strong is that? So that's 243. Sorry about that. So here, as you can see, the strongest rod you can get is 254 at level 100. And sorry, I got the fan in my face, it's extremely hot. 243 pounds maximum line weight on that rod there. And if you look at the DLC rod that we've got, it's exactly the same, 243 pound line weight. So I could technically now sell this rod for bait coins and get the other rod. 1,170 bait coins. Look at that, we've got 576 coins left. That's because of all the live streams I keep doing. And you know what, just to show you, look at this. Alright, 500 bait coins. You can't buy 500 bait coins, so 600 bait coins. I've done about 600 at least. So there's 25 quid alone. £25 there plus 50 for the DLC, so that's 75 that I've done. That's not including my electric bill. But yeah, if you enjoy the game, DLC is definitely worth it. Finally, we hit level 99. We are going to be live, and this video is going to come out the same day as we go live. We're going to be putting this video out of us doing the grind from level 99 to 100. I kind of like making videos when I level up, because I like to show the grinds that I'm doing. because a lot of people do miss the live streams, and a lot of people who are new don't even know that I live stream. But we do live stream here on YouTube under as Bubbles Way, as you can see. We also do stream over on TikTok as well as Bubbles Way. We stream on TikTok probably more than we do YouTube, if I'm honest. Here on YouTube we do more videos than anything else, but when Fishing Planet comes, no matter what game I'm playing, whether it's new, old or pre-ordered, that game gets put on hold. We come straight onto Fishing Planet and we buy the DLC. We get into the new place, we start catching big fish and try and beat records, and we've been on the leaderboards and all that kind of good stuff as well, which is what normally happens. Yeah, we've been smashing this one out. Absolutely amazing. If you want to see what it looks like in lowest graphics and maximum graphics, we did make a video on that as well, which definitely recommend to check that out. Wow, yeah. Picture quality on this new map is amazing. Well done, Fishing Planet. You've done a very, very good job of this map. Enjoy it. Enjoy your content, and I'm happy to buy DLCs to always support you. Catch you people again soon for some more fun and games. I am out. Peace.